Okay, so I actually wanted to talk about this while I was doing the stream, but then I realized I was going to end the stream. So I'll just do it now. Very happy for all, pretty much everyone, every Apple user, like that wasn't able to buy a PlayStation or a console or PC in general. There was their iPhones. For 5 years they were stuck in Chapter 2. Happy for those people, being here in this era of Fortnite. Of course, it will be a whole shock for them because they'll be jumping from Chapter 2 Season 3 all the way to Chapter 6 Mini Season 1. Which is just wild. I just personally think Epic should have done this quicker. This has taken way too long in my opinion. And again, there was a lawsuit going on and stuff. But it took way too long. They've made people wait like crazy. Probably the amount of people playing the game will be even more now, but it's just insane that Epic decided, or in this case Apple, because Apple was like blocking them. Like Epic like sent it in and like Apple was like not allowing it. So they went to the courts and the court was like, Epic has to respond in 2 days. Which is like the news from like yesterday. But like before Epic was like, nah, we're not gonna bring it back and stuff. So I'm glad, like Apple was pretty much forced to do it. So I'm glad at least it's taken care of, and I hope the player, the amount of players will go. But of course, the people that were able to, switch to console or whatever, they were able to play the game like further on from like Chapter 2 Season 4 and so on. But the people that were stuck in Chapter 2 Season 3, man, you guys missed a lot. I'm gonna just put it like that. You missed the Early Gunday concert, the end event of Chapter 2 Season 7, the end of Chapter 2 Season 7? I'm not sure. Was it an end event? It's been so long ago. Or the flipped event, stuff like that, or the Marvel events. The storyline events during Chapter 2 Season 5 and Chapter 2 Season 6. They missed out on so much stuff. So I'm happy at least that those people like are able to experience the game again. But they'll probably be like, what the hell happened to the locker? Because I know for sure the locker back in Chapter 2 Season 3 looks very different. And I didn't play back then, but I am a Chapter 2 player. I started in Chapter 2 Season 5, and pretty much in their era the locker was still the same. The locker started changing during Season 7. You see it in Season 6 during Season 7. That's pretty much what I remember. Probably Season 8. So it's interesting. I'm curious what people, that are coming back to the game are going to think with the amount of skins that are now added to the game, the amount of emotes. It's going to be interesting because now they won't be able to get all the battle passes most people missed out on. Like I personally missed out on as a Chapter 2 Season 5 player, I missed on the Season 6 battle pass and the Season 8 battle pass, and further that's every battle pass. Further I have every battle pass after that. But of course I would have loved to like max out Season 7 for example, and Chapter 3 Season 1 and Chapter 3 Season 2. Would have loved to like finish off those seasons, But I'm glad at least I was able to play those seasons. But the people, that just got back after those years, interesting stuff, because they missed out on at least 5 years of content, which is insane. The game has changed a lot in the past 5 years. Like I remember when the game was even more colorful, and the game is not as colorful anymore. Like who remembers even, and this was a couple months ago, when we had rarities around the skins, emotes, backlinks, pretty much every cosmetic in the game. Now the only thing is left is literally guns and mythics, guns in general, or like, certain items. Like those days, or the shop looking more colorful, less complicated, like the simpler times. Like the game already had a lot of collabs, but don't get me wrong, the game looks more colorful. I'm just going to say it the way it is. The game has changed a lot. It really did. Like the moment Chapter 5 launched, that's when the game became what it is now. And there's nothing wrong with the game. I love this game, I really do. But I personally just think they sucked out, the colorfulness. So the people that like come back from Chapter 2 Season 3 and all of a sudden see the game being less colorful, pretty interesting stuff, I must say. But oh well, this is my rant. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you're one of the Chapter 2 players, you know, that is able to like experience Chapter 6, let me know in the comments and explain to me how your experience was being stuck in Chapter 2 Season 3 for the past 5 years. Alright, this is it. Make sure to use my code in the arm shop if you support what I do. Yeah, this is it.